I'm with Bruce Margolin. He's the director of Normal LA, and he's a big leader in the fight for legalization of marijuana. Thanks so much for talking to me
Well,
today.
you're welcome. I'm glad for your interest in the issue and the subject.
Tell me about Normal.
Well, NORMA is a national organization for the reform of marijuana laws. We've existed since 1973, and we speak on behalf of the consumer and the rights of persons to make the choice for themselves as to whether or not they want to use marijuana.
And now you got an interesting text.
I did. I'm glad to
Just
get
now?
it to one of my friends and associates, not associate, but someone I know, a former client who's arrested who owns a dispensary, who just released. He's got the text on that. He kept him since last Friday, and I'm glad he was released. He said that actually he was charged with 3 counts, including, it says here, child endangerment. I don't know how they came up with that. Apparently it was a kid that was at the dispensary, but I'm anxious to see what the cards are that they claim he was illegal about. And I'm very upset about the fact that they arrested him in the first place, because we have about 400 to 500 dispensaries here in Los Angeles that are meeting the needs of the patients. And the California legislature, as well as the will of the people, have been spoken when they passed the initiative, which is Proposition 215 in 1996. It said that they basically want marijuana to be available to patients. And SB 420 was passed by the legislature in 2005, reissued that proclamation by saying that dispensaries, co-ops, and collectives arguably are under the guise of protections of the marijuana laws.
So have you seen things change recently?
Well, very recently we've had these rattling of swords and some arrests by the Los Angeles Police Department at the behest of Mr. Cooley, who's our district attorney, which I'm very disappointed about, because I have a lot of respect for our DA, Mr. Cooley, and other areas of his view on the laws. But here we have their idea that dispensaries are somehow automatically illegal if there's any money exchange for marijuana. And yet I've seen no cases that support that, no case law, nor is there any statutory law that says that's true. So it's an opinion. So what we have here in California is an opinion of different district attorneys about what the law should be. Whether it's San Diego or Northern California or Los Angeles, each has their own view of it. And this isn't fair to the people, and certainly not fair to the patients.
Do you find it's different between Southern California and Northern California?
Yes, because in Northern California, they're much more tolerant and much more understanding of that they're abiding by the will of the people by following the dictates of Prop 215 and providing for dispensaries and making them available to the patients so that they won't have black market marijuana and don't have the dangers involved with black market marijuana.
Since you represent a lot of these dispensaries as clients, what are you seeing in terms of their perspectives?
Well, first of all, the clients that get arrested are in shock. They propose that they thought and think that they're legal. They have gone to all the efforts to show their legality. They have, they've gotten their permits from the city. They're paying their taxes. Not only are they paying their franchise tax board taxes, they're paying their income taxes. They're paying their employee taxes. They're doing everything above board and everything what they propose to be legal. And so when you take them into custody and take away their medicine and deprive the patients of their opportunity to have safe access to marijuana, it's a shock to all of us. And we're unfortunately looking forward to fighting these cases in the courtroom and hopefully establishing the impropriety of these arrests and these confiscations.
So do you think there will be a ban? And what will happen if
No,
there is?
there can't be a ban, because the law says that they must provide safe access for marijuana. That's
Okay.
Prop 215 is a proposition passed by the people of the state of California. It's the closest thing to a constitutional right that we have. So you can't legislate it away, and you can't take it away from the people. So we do have.
Maybe more control, though.
Yes, so probably more control and that's okay with us. We don't mind the control. We want regulation because we want to protect the patients. We want to protect the patient's rights. We want to see secure locations. We want to see quality control. And of course, we want people to pay their taxes. So we do nothing wrong with that. But to enforce it by arresting people and trying to have that somehow a message to the public without defining what they think the law is a shock, and I think it's unfair and improper.
Thank you.
Thank you.